Yo, this video is going to be about generational wealth. Now, a lot of people look at generational wealth as like the end all be all. Like, I'm trying to create generational wealth and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the way I've been thinking, I'm going to basically show you how I look at generational wealth. Like, okay, so let's say you have generational wealth. That means you're straight, your kids straight, your grandkids straight. Probably your great grandkids and your great grandkids, they might be straight, they might not. It depends on if you run out of money or not. Like if your kids are smart, then your great grandkids might be good. And if your grandkids are smart, then your great great grandkids might be good. But that's generational wealth for you. You know what I'm saying? That's generational wealth for you right there. That's you, your kids, your great grandkids, and that's it. And that's not the answer to our problems. It's not the answer to my problems. You know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta look at it like this. If you only looking out for you and your kids, if you and your kids are the only people who prosper off this generational wealth that you made, then that money's not going nowhere but into a lifestyle. That means nobody else prospers off that lifestyle but you. No. I'm not gonna lie, for a lot of y'all, that sounds like a pretty good thing. Like, sounds like a pretty good thing. But you gotta realize, ain't nobody did nothing to you. Like, that's why I'm gonna say that generational wealth is not the end all be all. Because of this right here. If I'm trying to fix all my problems, generational wealth isn't gonna cut it. I need wealth. I don't need generational wealth. Generational wealth is not gonna do enough for me. Like, it's not gonna do enough for my kids. It's not gonna do enough for my great grandkids. It's not gonna do enough for everybody. Like, is I'm really gonna fix all the problems that wrong with things right now? It's gonna take more than wealth. It's gonna take more than money. It's gonna take a system. It's gonna take a network. It's gonna take facilitation. You know what I'm saying? It's not the problem's not gonna be solved with just money. All the problems that I have with life. Like, cause just think about it, like if I were to get rich, like I would want so much shit. Like making me rich would almost make me bitter. You know what I'm saying? Like if I were to ever become rich for real, like I would probably become bitter. Like I'd probably act like I'm not bitter, but I would probably be bitter. All because of where I come from. Like I always wanted so much out of life, and I never got that coming up. So when I have it, if I ever get it, and it's not all that it's cracked up to be, like people talking about, I'm gonna be blue because that's all I ever wanted, and then I got something subpar. Like I'm sitting there thinking money gonna change everything, but money is not the half of what I needed in order to make my life feel good. That's my problem with generational wealth. And generational wealth will put you in that position to not have to want for nothing, but it's not gonna put you in the position with people that you need to talk to in order to make sure that your life is together. Like, what about your ancestors? What about your grandpa's friend? You know what I'm saying? Your grandpa had friends. Nobody likes to believe that, but your grandpa had friends that he'd probably do anything for. Your grandma had friends that she'd probably do anything for. And now you're rich, you have generational wealth, but you don't ever look back and see like all the people and all their descendants that helped you get to the place where you're at. Like, it's way deeper than just surface level. I got money and now I'm gonna spend it on what I want. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You're not gonna get what you want with money alone. You have to have people skills. You have to have, if you want anything custom, you have to have the idea of what you want in your head. Like, it's tough. Like, that's why that shit's so deep. Like, generational wealth is only gonna last you 5 generations. Generational wealth. My bad, y'all. I had to pause that shit. But 5 generations. 5 generations. So that's, if you look at it like you had kids when you were 20, and your kids had kids when they were 20, and your grandkids had their kid. Like, if you look at it like that for 5 generations, that's only 100 years. That's only 100 years worth of money that you made if you made enough money for you through your grandkids. And so if you think about it like that, that's only 100 years. If your great grandkids are are rich until they die, then then they'll probably last you another 200 years, because you're gonna live 100 of those years. So you'll probably live to see, like, and it's been done before. This is like best case scenario. Like usually you live to see a little bit of your great grandkids, but your great great grandkids you usually never see. But if your great great grandkids are straight and they're straight for the rest of their entire life, that generational wealth runs out only like 20 years after you passed. Right. That's like 20 years after you pass, that was the last person to see that money. And then they live to be 80. So 80 plus 20, that's 100 years. Your money trail only lasted 100 years. Well, plus the time you took to make it, so probably like 200, 150, 200. So since you were born, if you had the money trail and you made the money trail when you were 18, or you made the money trail when you were 20, you got rich and made generational wealth when you were 20. When you lived to be 100, and your great grandkids were the last person to see you alive, and your great great grandkids were the last person to touch your money. And that means your money was only on the table for probably about 180 years, which I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad, but 180 sounds like a small number. Bro, great. Doesn't it? Like 180 years, like you had money, but it was only around for 180 years before you ain't had no more money to your name, and your name didn't mean nothing to nobody. 180 years. And these people were making legacies. Like these people, like they say generational wealth, like it's so cool. Like, bro, that shit is not that cool. Like, 180 years is not that cool, bro. 180 years is not that cool. Like, but that's generational wealth that everybody's striving for. Like, it's deeper than the money, bro. It's deeper than the money. Like, the realest shit is what you can make last out this motherfucker. Like what can you do that you gonna see last the rest of your life, and then the rest of the time? Like, I don't know, like I feel like as people we didn't do that good, like, or else we would be doing better. Like I feel like we're going to go extinct. Like, you know, like the levels of civilizations and shit like that. Like you can have a civilization type 1 and the civilization type 2 and class A and whatever the types of civilizations on the scale that starts with a K and all that shit, bro. I feel like humans, bro, we're not. It's already proved right now that humans aren't even level 1 or whatnot. Like on a civilization scale, like we're not even cold. Like we're not even that good. So like, and I think I have the mindset where like my mind is like, if I lived in a level 3 or a type 3 civilization, I would still be a cool person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would still be cool. Like, or if I lived in a fucking civilization like I'm in now, I would still be cool. I don't know, like I always wanted to be well rounded. Like in 180 years, that just doesn't sound like enough. Like shit, 80 years doesn't sound like enough. Not for what I've been through. Like nah. Like I don't know why I feel this way. But I just feel like 180 years is not enough. And that's 180 years if I win the lottery. Like that's not enough. Like I want my place to be solidified forever. Like forever. Like if I was getting that type of money, you know what I'm saying? Like at this point, like I would rather just like erase myself, like and start over. You know what I'm saying? If not erase myself, like talking about my own existence here, like I wouldn't erase myself, but I would take myself and plant myself as a seed of a better start. Like I would plant myself on better soil and grow in a better environment. You know what I'm saying? If I could. I wouldn't just I wouldn't just continue living the life that I'm living over and over again. Not here because I know I deserve better than this. And the people around me deserve a better version of me than what they're getting, bro. That's the part that hurts my feelings so much. People around me deserve a better version of me than they're getting, bro. No kizzy. Like, it's hard. It's hard, bro. And generational wealth is just not gonna cut it for me. Like, because if I was trying to feed everybody and not, I'm talking like I got a decently big family, even on both sides of my family. But I have no immediate family. But I have like a lot of cousins and family and shit. If I wanted to feed all my cousins and all my uncles and all my aunties and make sure that their life is great, I would need more than generational wealth. You know, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people get money just to have it for them and their kids, but they say fuck everybody else. Like ain't nobody did nothing to you for real to make you ex their place out of your family. Like nobody did nothing to you so serious that you have to X them out of your family. Like you don't even have that power to X somebody out of your family. Or it should be mandatory that you take care of your family before you take care of yourself. Like, and if all is reciprocated, then you'll get taken care of too. But, that's not always how it works. But if it did work like that, like, if you could take care of everybody before you take care of yourself, that means that you have a certain few people that would take care of you before they took care of themselves. And it would all be straight. It would all be Gucci. It would all work out. I see why people turn to the way it is. Like, because to be honest, the way it is not optimal. It's just optimal based on the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not optimal. It's just optimal based on circumstances. Like, in these circumstances, like, this is the best option. But the best option is probably not anywhere remotely even close to what we're even thinking about being on. Like, well, because you got to imagine, if there were no circumstances and this was just life, and this is where we started and how it happened, this was just life, and this is where we started and how it happened, then we would probably be doing way better shit than what we're doing now. We'll probably care less about standards and shit like that, and probably worry more about living. We would probably want to live more. But it seems like people don't care about living no more. Like, all they really care about is, like, I don't know the word for it, context. That's the word I came up with, context. They want to live within context of who they are. Like they have to do things in life, but they have to be in context with how life is going. Like, it's gotta make sense. If it don't make sense, then it don't make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be within context. That's all. That's all I see people living today. But to be honest, that's not really. I mean, that's kind of how it is, but like, I can't help but I just have this brain where I just see past reality, bro. Like, I see past reality into what it could have been and what it should have been. And then I can compare that to what it is, and I can see, like, where we need to go and what we need to add and subtract in order to get to where we're trying to go. or what could have been or should have been. You know? The only problem people would have with my way of thinking is a word called bias. And people would see it as like my bias. But I promise you, if everybody were me, they would want to see things the way I see it. If everybody were me. If I didn't exist though, would they still want to see it how I see it? That's how I get past the bias. Would everybody still want what I seen if I didn't exist? That's the only way I see people getting past the bias. My bias. Basically a bias with anybody. Like if they weren't there to live out their bias, would everybody still agree? And if they would, then that means it's a good idea. And if they wouldn't, I guess that means it's a bad idea. I don't know. Man, it's deep that way. Well, it's deep. I don't know what the best idea is. But 180 years, not enough for me. Generational wealth, not enough. I'm talking like I need one of those like ancestral runs, like something that my ancestors could be like, damn, you really making money. Like, yeah, like that's what I mean by generational. When I think of generational, like I'm thinking like my ancestors could look forward in time and be like, damn, like that nigga really made money. Like, yeah. Like, if it's not like that, then I don't need it. I need some shit where my descendants, I gotta look back in time and be like, damn, that nigga really set us up for life. He really set all of us up for life. Like, yeah, like I need that type of money. If I don't have that type of money, then I don't want it. I don't know though. But honestly, there's a way I could get that. It would just take the government to change. It would take the world to change how things are. It would take there being less crime and less evil and more community. But I could get there. I could get to where I want to be at before I die if we work together and start now. But nobody cares about what I think because of my bias. But you never know, you could you could fuck with what I got in mind. I don't know. It depends on who you are. Yeah. 180 years is not enough for me. But it might be good for you. So I can't stop the next man from being great on Bro Grad. Don't think like this is some hating ass video. Like, I'm not hating on you because you're trying to make money for your kids and grandkids. I'm not hating on you because of that. I'm just saying, like, by the time the money gets to your grandkids, after your great grandkids and your great grandkids and your great grandkids, like the money gonna stop somewhere, bro. It's just like bias. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be biased, and I don't like being biased. Because if I do one thing for one person and not do it for this person, then I'm a hypocrite somewhere in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's fucked up like that, dog. But, yeah. Truth about generational wealth, man. Truth about generational wealth.